This always takes a couple of tries, so I want to make sure that it's working. I see somebody's watching. Oh, 4 people. Let me see. Can you let me know if this is working? Hi, everybody. I wish this was like a major broadcast, because then I could actually find out 3, 2, 1, and they'd say like in my ear that you're on or not. But okay, Jean says it's working. Perfect. Well, today I am at a different location for the Wrestling Mindset. I am in beautiful Madison, Wisconsin, and it brings me back to some really amazing memories that I had here in 2015. This was where I made my 3rd world team. And so I think back on some of the positive thought processes that I had at that time. You know, Wrestling Mindset really helps you isolate when you have positive thought patterns and when you have thought patterns that aren't productive to being consistent in performance. And you know, this was one of these times where I just came off of a national championship. I wrestled amazing in Las Vegas. It was one of the best tournaments that I can remember competing in. I just was in the best shape of my life. I felt confident out there. I was really strong. And then here in Wisconsin, I started to kind of doubt myself, and it reflected in the performance that I had there. So for those of you who want to go check, I wrestled, I had a bye to the finals that year, and you can see the psychology happening as I'm competing against Jennifer Page, and it was a best 2 out of 3 bout, and I really didn't have the most amazing training camp or cycle leading up into that performance. I felt a little bit under conditioned, and I was feeling a lot less confident about my shape going into that. And I justified that by using my age as an excuse, thinking that if I go in a little bit under condition, and you know, then I would have less susceptibility to injury. And it was really just a major excuse that I convinced myself that was legitimate. And so, you know, I won the first round. It was a controversial situation. I won the first match, and then the second match, I'm winning by 8 points or something, and then all of a sudden I lose my mind. I get distracted, and boom, she takes him down once, and then boom, again and again, and then before you know it, like, I get taken down 4 times in a row, and I win the match only on criteria. So, you know, if you look it up, 2015 World Team Trials, Madison, Wisconsin, Jennifer Page versus Leigh Jaynes provisor at the time, you can see the torturing that's happening in my mind at that time. And I felt like I kind of needed to change something in order to perform as well as I did at Nationals. Obviously, there were some mental lapses that occurred in that match, and it was super important to me at that point to take the time to invest in my mental game. And if I was going to compete at the World Championships for the 3rd year in a row, that this was going to have to be something that I put a lot of effort into to come out with the performance and consistency that I wanted. So, I mean, last time we talked about on Wednesday about how I lost every single match in 2014. Well, I won every single match in 2015. So that to me is proof that though I had some ups and downs and and that mentally I was, you know, getting distracted here and there. Overall, working with the wrestling mindset kept my mind thinking about the right things and staying consistent on the task at hand, enough to, you know, nobody's perfect. So, I mean, you got to tell yourself that every day. I mean, as long as you're focusing on the process and investing in the process, you're going to be okay. So, I don't have a lot of daylight here. And one amazing memory, and if you want to get a shout out to the restaurant here, Rare, right across the street from the Capitol building. That is an amazing restaurant that I ate at. If you ever compete here or watch the trials here or in Madison, Wisconsin, my family ate at that restaurant, and it was a winning performance, so I mean, I have to advocate for that. Behind me is the Capitol building. I spent a lot of time walking around here after weigh-ins and getting prepared for competition, and so it just brings back amazing and positive memories, and just validates that only 2 years ago I was at the top of my game, and you know, we're all just going to keep moving forward. So that's all I have for today. Bye.